Hey guys, I recently had this question asked in our Discord server, which is when I migrate into new project and then start spawn, the first person not showing weapon mesh, and then I switch to third person and finally see mesh, but when open scope, weapon mesh continue gone. Has anyone had this problem? Now, I wanted to answer it inside of a video because I think it's just going to be a lot clearer and also going to be very helpful for people migrating things just in general, not only people using our template. Which, by the way, this is about our low poly shooter pack template. In any case, the person here sends a screenshot, which is looking like a first-person view without any weapon, right? And then sends a third-person screenshot. And so what we can see from the images they sent is that clearly the first-person view is here, right? So there's also no real issues, as in I can't see any errors coming up. And that's very important when you migrate a template or, a project in general, in this case, a template, because if you don't see any errors and, the default template also didn't have any errors, then that means you probably at least migrated the content, right? And also we can see that the first person view is visible, but it is only visible when you eject from the character. And this is, again, very important. So I'm going to open the template to show you a few things. So in the template, there are a bunch of content files, right, which start here with the Infima games folder. But the more important part is it's not only content. So if you right click and then migrate, you're going to have issues like that one crop up, because part of the template, and this is part of any project really, is the project settings, and you have to migrate those too. So I don't know if this is the issue that person is coming up against, but what I do know is that it does look like that's the kind of issue that's happening there. And so the thing with the project settings in this case is that there are certain settings, especially relating to the camera, which are modified in this project that do not get modified by default, or they're not defaults in Unreal Engine. So you have to move the settings, basically, is very likely the solution. Okay, so I just want to show you real quick how you actually do that. Inside of any project, you can see there's a content folder, which is inside of where it's basically what you can see inside of the engine. But there is also this config folder. Let's ignore all the other folders because they're not really all that relevant here and could actually be removed. But you need to migrate this config folder. So you basically copy these INI files over to your new project. So you would either do that, or you could open them and actually look through their content and see what has been modified compared to your project. There's a bunch of tools online, or you could use a git diff or a bunch of things, and then actually just copy those chunks. But it's very important that you copy these. And then lastly, you also need to copy these plugins right here inside of the project file. In this case, it's probably not an issue of the project files, but just in case you're interested and you don't know what this is the low poly shooter pack. It's a template that we sell at Infima Games. You can check it out in the link in the description. I'm also going to leave a blog post talking about this a little bit more, and so you can check that out in the description too. If you want free resources, you can also check them out there. So also our Discord server is also in the description. There's a lot of things in the description, so just check it out, In any case, that's about it. I'll see you.